Hi, you guys. This is Misty with the Oracle Evolution. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to share a message that I was basically supposed to share probably like yesterday, maybe the day before, but I've been kind of putting it off. So right now, what I kept hearing was pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. And I started to think about the message that I was supposed to be giving, but hadn't yet. And when I'm supposed to give a message, and if I choose to kind of stall, when it's like it's time, like, yeah, no mas, like it has to be right now, then um I get messages that like I start hearing a message and it just sticks in my head until I give the message. So if I don't give this message all night, I'm going to be hearing pay attention, pay attention. And I'm hearing that because someone is not paying attention. Quite simple. And what you're not paying attention to is basically, I asked for guidance before starting this message. Okay, like, is there anything else, anything that I need to know before starting this message? Like, what's the real purpose of it? And I'm gonna get into it in just a moment. But what I got was someone is currently in their King of Wands energy, very passionate. I'm actually getting a feeling of like their lustful energy, right? That's this person, if it's you, or it could be someone around you, but someone is in a very passionate and lustful energy, and eyes with your eyes glued and only paying attention to a cup being offered, like there's a cup being offered to you at this moment, like it's headed, it's there for you, and that's what you're kind of lusting after, that's what you're passionate about. But what you don't see is that the cup is actually empty. It is completely empty. And what you think you see, what you think that you're receiving from that cup, is just an illusion. Okay? Now you see it, now you don't. And if you don't pay attention, pay attention, you may find yourself losing, missing out on the gifts that the Most High have already given to you. Okay? So I don't know if this is like you have opportunities, and this could have something to do with work. This could have something to do with friendships, with relationships. It could be, anything. But there's something that is right there in front of your face. And for some reason, you don't want that cup right now. I'm hearing right now. You don't want that cup right now, because all you can see is this cup that's just like already in your face. I feel like whatever it is that's being gifted to you by the Most High takes a little bit more, takes a little bit of work. trust, belief, confidence that you may feel like you just don't have right now. And it's like you're settling for a cup that's kind of just being thrown at you. And it might be very, I'm still getting lust, very pleasurable for you in this moment. But it's just in this moment. And if you don't pay attention, you're going to lose out on what is already truly divinely meant for you. And it's going to knock you off balance, causing you to repeat a cycle that you should not have to repeat. Okay? So we'll see where this goes, okay? Because what I really had to share, it was actually an experience that I was guided to share with you guys. Some days ago, I was having a conversation with someone, and that person hadn't really seen me in a while. So I had my hair, just, my natural hair. I was just wearing my natural hair. And this person reaches out to touch my hair, and I stopped them and I said, "Don't touch my hair." Okay. Now, most people, when you put up that boundary, right? Because I was very matter of fact, do not touch my hair. Most people are just gonna, I'm sorry, my bad, and they're not gonna do it again. This person talks a little bit more, reaches out really quickly to touch my hair again, even though I'd already said, "Don't touch my hair." And I don't know what happened, but as soon as those fingers touched my hair, with one hand, I grabbed their wrist, pulled the hand down, and then my other hand, I swiped their hand to wipe, just whatever was on their hand, to wipe it off. And I said, "I told you, don't touch my hair. I'm not going to warn you. I'm not going to tell you again." Basically, that's what I'm not going to tell you again. That's it. And at that point, the person, I don't know if maybe they thought I was just joking before, but I mean, it was pretty clear that I wasn't. But I felt really strange. I just got a weird vibe about this person putting their hand, I think it's weird anyway, but unless you're whatever, but this person putting their hands in my hair, I just got a weird icky vibe about it. Okay. And so on instinct, I reacted. I just did. Okay. Someone who does not respect your boundaries, whoever this is for, it's involving someone who does not respect your boundaries. I'm getting that this person is trying to have maybe a love relationship with you. This person pops over at your house. This person may call excessively. This person may insist that they're in love with you. They may want to talk about marriage. They may talk about kids. but you don't feel the same way about that person, you may have told this person that you're not interested in the same type of relationship, yet you may still do things to not you may do things give that gives this person false hope for whatever reason. So they continue, like it's just a repetitive thing popping up without calling excessively, all of that stuff. Okay. So possibly overstepping boundaries because maybe you have not really clearly defined what they are, or even if you have, you blur those boundaries with that person, is what I'm getting. Okay. You have a sexual relationship with this person. You are supposed to cut off all ties with this person, but you have not. So whoever this is for, you know it's for you, and you know who you're supposed to cut ties with. There may be consequences if you don't. Because the longer you allow whatever this is to continue, I'm hearing I own you. I own you. The more and more possessive this person becomes, and they're going to start to dabble in darkness. Anything to keep you. Doesn't mean that it's going to work. No weapon formed against you will prosper. But it doesn't mean that those weapons won't form. It just means that they won't prosper. It doesn't mean that you can't get hurt, that you won't get hurt. It means that you will survive. So you're looking at a situation where you get out now and you don't deal with those consequences and that karma, because it is karma. Why? Because you're being called to speak the truth, to speak your truth. Hearing codependent. You're being called to let go of codependent relationships. You're being called to trust in the divine, to trust in the Most High. And your disobedience Disobedience shows that you don't trust. Okay, I'm sorry. So, how does that relate to the story with the hair? Okay. I said this person, if I can't have you, no one can. This person is going to start to break down and become very possessive, and they're going to dabble in darkness. Whether you believe in it, doesn't matter. I hear that M&M's commercial where they say, they do exist. That's what I'm hearing. It does exist. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. And you need to pay attention to anything that does not feel right, smell right, taste right, look right. Some things that might be occurring would be you have to pay attention. It's subtle. Someone touching your hair a lot, hands in your hair, fingers through your hair, combing your hair, touching your hair, the key is to get your hair. It's not love, it's not affection, it's not caring. They want your hair. That has to do with dabbling in darkness. I'm being reminded of a video that I saw where it was basically a video where she talked about, she does like manifesting videos. I think her name's Manifesting Moon or something. And she put at the beginning of her video because the video was about breaking any curses, hexes, negative energy or whatever. And she said that curses can be direct or indirect. And direct curses involve the person using parts of, like, for example, using your hair, using body fluids and things like that. Okay. And also things with like using your name, like, maybe chanting your name or, something like that. And while you don't have control over someone chanting your name, you do have control over giving people access, easy access to parts of you that can be used in their dark magic and spells. Hair, that was a major one. I felt really weird. Pay attention. Okay, I'm being guided to share. And I don't think I've shared this before, so I may have shared a little bit about it. That there was a person who seemed very helpful. It was a guy. They seemed very helpful. And it's like they became obsessed with taking my trash out, and trash only comes on Fridays. But he would take my trash like it wouldn't even be full. And I don't know, maybe I'm cheap, but I want my bag to be filled up all the way. Like I want to barely be able to close it before I start using another bag. And it would be like the trash would be like half the trash bag would be like halfway full or something. And this person always wanted to just take my trash out. This was a while ago. They just always wanted to take my trash out. And at first, I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't paying attention. But I started to feel weird about it. Like I started to notice, like, wait, trash doesn't come until like for 3 days. Like, what are you doing with my trash? Right? And I felt really weird about it. And another thing that I noticed, I wasn't paying attention to it, but all of a sudden, when I started kind of noticing, like, this is weird how often this person is like, it's like their obsession with taking out my trash. I started to notice something weird about myself. Okay. And this might be a little personal, a little bit graphic, but I noticed that my personal products, when I would have my monthly cycle, I stopped putting them in those trash bags. I started to put them like in a bag, and I would seal it in the bathroom, kind of like hidden away for some reason. And then I would only put them in a trash bag on that Friday, the day of trash. I would put them in a final bag, and I would put them on the curb, and I would watch for the trash man to come and pick up my trash. Okay. And I just started to wonder, like, why, what in the world is going on here? And I'd ask the person, like, what are you doing with my trash? And they couldn't really give like a real answer, like, oh, I just throw it in, these bins. And it's like, well, why would you, like, it just didn't make any sense, right? Because I live in the country. So, yeah. And I started hearing messages. It's funny how synchronicities work. But I started hearing, um, like it would pop up on my YouTube timeline at that time, and they would just say things like someone's digging through your trash, like someone's, just weird stuff. And it clicked, like it dawned on me, like that's why I'm not putting my personal products in those trash bags. Because another thing that people use when they're trying to do dark magic or spells or love spells or binding spells or bondage or whatever those things are, is they like to use blood. And I would think, I don't know, that perhaps if the person had access to my blood, maybe they would have felt like they would have been able to bond me to something. Wasn't going to work, but that's what they were attempting to do. So I had to pay, at first I wasn't, but I had to pay attention to notice like that's something very subtle. Like who in their right mind thinks that someone is trying to take their trash to find, you know, blood and body fluids and hair and things like that. Right? But I'm glad that I did pay attention. Because I also started to notice some other things about this very same person. I noticed that this person, again, appearing very helpful, started to plant things all over my yard. and I live in the country. And at first, it's like, oh, that's so sweet. This person like would bring, like, oh, this is gonna grow into a rose bush. This is gonna grow into this. Like, oh, don't, whatever. And some of the things would be like, oh, this is gonna be so pretty. It's blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, I don't really like it, but whatever. Like, I just, and he would just plant in random places all over on my property. And he kept doing it so much to where I started to feel weird about it. Like, why do you need to bring that much stuff into my yard? And on one occasion, he brought these flowers, and they were like in this like tin. I still have it out there. It's like in this tin can thing, like those. You remember, I don't know if you guys do like the popcorn, the tin, whatever. Like, and when you're done with it, you just got this big tin can thing. And it was like a bunch of, I don't know, they were like some yellow flowers or something like that, which I thought was weird, but I'm like, okay, I guess this person's going to transfer it into, whatever, into the ground later. But then I started hearing on my timeline, what starts to pop up is that someone is planting. It was like flowers. They were saying like flowers from a grave, like flowers from a grave site. Like they're trying to do some type of dark magic, and they're I'm serious. Like they said, this person is like they're bringing you, like they're planting things in your yard, and it has to do with like voodoo or dark magic. And I'm just like, okay, that cannot be a coincidence. And I'm gonna jump ahead, like, after I'd gotten this person, like, look, you can't be around here anymore, because it was just it really got to be too much. But I do remember I was guided to make like this it was like a protection, something for protection, right? And it's basically, it has like salt and, just like different things in it. And I sprayed it on the tin can with the flowers. And I just said, I was talking to the Most High, and I said, if this is true, that this is what this person was doing, like their intent was some type of, binding spell, some type of voodoo or love spell or whatever. I just, spoke some words like this, basically like saying like the plant, it's going to die immediately and it'll get to rise again, but to let me know that, that this is some type of cursed little plant, then it was going to die. And within 30 minutes, it was dead. It was completely dead. Completely dead. It's still trying to revive itself, but it was completely dead. And that's what that was. But this person also would do things like try to feed me. Like, I don't mean like, like open up, here comes the choo-choo. I mean, like, they were obsessed with me eating, like always wanting to bring me food. Like, oh, such and such, my aunt made this, my whatever made this, or like, oh, I have this food, eat this. And I never could eat the food. I see a little firefly. Hello. I never could eat the food. I felt weird about it. And I think I did share a little bit about the trash, but I shared a little bit about this little apple that one day this person brings an apple, and I'm like, why are you bringing me an apple? Like you've never even seen me eat an apple. And this person insisted that I eat the apple, and I'm like, I'm hearing eat the cake anime. But this person was insisting that I eat this apple, like a random apple, not a bag of apples, like not a new bag of apples, like from the store, just one random apple. So I'm not eating that. I don't even like apples. And I told the person, you eat the apple. He's like, I'm not eating the apple. Oh, wow. So you're adamant about not eating the apple, but you think I'm going to eat it. No, it's not going to happen. And it sat there for a couple of days, and the person would come, for one reason or another and be like, aren't you going to eat your apple? No, I'm not going to eat the apple. And I eventually just threw it out back to mother. I gave it back to Mother Nature. Like, I'm not going to eat this apple. I'm not going to talk about this apple. But this person wanted to just feed me all the time. And that apple was like, for me, I'm sorry, but that was confirmation. Like, you're trying to feed me. I don't know. It just made me think of Snow White or something. Like with a poison apple, not going to eat it. Yeah. So what I'm getting with the plants is be careful. Be careful. Whoever this person is, they might give you things, money, gifts, whatever. Nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. That's what I'm hearing. Nothing in life is free. Be careful about accepting gifts from this person. Might be things like, if they know about you, they might be things that you are passionate about, things that you love. Because I will say, like, I love looking at nature. I love looking at flowers. Okay. And this person knew that. That's why they were able to get away with planting things in my yard, right? That's how they knew, like, she's not gonna say anything about this because it's what she loves. I'm getting money for you, though. Are you taking money? Yeah, you're taking money. Cursed money. Be careful. Be careful. It's not funny, but it's just, be careful with the gifts that you are accepting from people. Binding. Might have binding spells on the money. There might be some type of binding spell, something. When you use the money, like it's something that binds you to the person. And I'm hearing again, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So it's not something that the Most High will ever allow to be permanent, but it will delay progress. It'll delay your progress. More things for you to fix. Distance. More distance. more distance between feeling like you and another person, but it could be more distance between you and your goals. Selling your soul. Selling your soul. With the longer you stay, with every gift and every little step I take, every gift that you take, selling pieces. I feel like it's like chipping away, something chipping away, selling pieces of your soul. Selling pieces of your soul. This is a warning message for someone. It's a warning. Yeah, with the food, I'm getting this person might be putting things in your food. Casting spells over your drinks. I don't know why I said that like a snake. Drinks. Spirits. Be careful with what you drink with this person. You guys, alcohol is called spirits for a reason. Don't get drunk. Don't drink in excess. Especially not with this person. Something, it's not funny, you guys, when I'm surprised, like, I don't know. I felt weird, slow, intoxicated, but drugged. More like drugged. More like someone's putting something in your drinks. Someone could be putting something in your drinks. You're getting sick. The more you drink with them, they're putting something in your drinks. Drinking more than, I don't know. Anyways, they're putting something in your drinks. So either you're drinking a lot with the person, or you're drinking like a lot at one time or on several different occasions. You guys, that's what you do. You drink together. Smoke a little bit. Drink a little bit. Yeah. I was going to say to make sure that you say a prayer or a blessing, but no, it is just stop, is what I'm hearing. Just stop. Whoever you are with, drinking with, drink a little bit. Stop. You have to stop. I'm hearing oh, no, really, I'm hearing drinking, smoking, fucking what? Drinking, smoking, fucking what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stop. So hot in here. I get it. I'm hearing Nelly. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take my clothes off. A little bit of and a little bit of Okay, what else? This Wheel of Fortune came out, and you notice this person just really staring up. That's their destiny. That's the person that they really want, that they're pining after. But notice that this person is not pining after them. That's going to be you. This is going to be you. Because you're going to lose them. Whatever you're doing. Usually, when something involves dark magic, voodoo spells, whatever, and I'm saying that because I did find out that the person who was doing all those weird things came from a family of voodoo practitioners. But the thing about it is that when someone uses dark magic, voodoo, whatever, against you, something against your will, even if you experience it, like the Most High knows, like when you're under some spell, or like someone's done something to, like, I don't know, bind you or whatever. And that's one thing. But when you receive warnings and you don't take heed to those warnings, I'm hearing no excuses. There's no excuse. No excuses at that point. So that tells me that you've been warned. I don't know if the Most High, like maybe you've received some dreams. Maybe you have noticed some things on your own. I don't know. But you've been warned. So take heed. Oh, yeah. Control your demons. I heard that earlier. I was supposed to say that, but I didn't. Control your demons. Lust. I'm hearing gluttony. Gluttony, like, doesn't have to be eating in excess. It could be drinking in excess. It could be, anything in excess. So whatever that is for you, control that demon. Greed. Earlier, I was getting that you're taking money from this person. It's one of the reasons that you don't want to let it go, let them go. Greed. Control that demon. Control your demons. Greed, gluttony, lust. Okay, so those are the main ones, or might be the only ones. Control your demons. Greed, gluttony, lust, before they control you. Oh, wow. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. I think that's self-explanatory. Control your demons before they control you. Anything else? Okay, that was it. So that was more of a warning, and basically the warning has to do with make sure that you pay attention. Pay attention to people doing things where basically they're trying to curse, hex, bind, bond, some type of weird spell, love spell, binding spell, whatever. I don't know, whatever they are. Be careful with with things like your hair. Be careful with things like your bodily fluids. Yeah, be careful with that. Don't just leave I was hearing spill your seed all willy-nilly. It's weird, but yeah, be careful with your body fluids. Be careful with your hair. Also, please keep in mind, it might be, well, where people watching this would be adults, I'm sure, but people don't have to take the hair off your head if you're engaging, because what I'm getting is whoever this is for, you're engaging in sex with this person. And anytime you bump uglies, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that means somebody ugly, but I hope not. I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? But anytime that you engage in intercourse, if the person is not, if both parties are not completely shaved, then they're like, for example, your hair would transfer on that person and vice versa. So that's another opportunity that the person has to collect, um, to collect hair from you. It's so not, it's so nasty. I'm hearing, at first I was hearing like, I thought it was hairy balls, but they're saying like hairy dolls. That's weird. So keep your hair protected. Um, and as a matter of fact, like when that person kept trying to touch my hair, and the second time I had to wipe their hand, and I actually took my headscarf and I covered up my hair and I kept it covered. And then I ran out and bought a wig because I don't know, but something kind of led me to just do that. Protect your hair, protect your body fluids. Um, Really, you're being told, if you know you're supposed to cut something off with someone, you need to do it now, because I think if you don't, I'm just hearing there could be, there there will be, there will be consequences. So not could be, there will be consequences. And it's going to get, if the person is already showing signs of possessiveness, obsessive behaviors, if you think that they are already showing it now, I'm hearing, don't believe me, just watch. So it's going to get worse. And you've been warned. All right, this is Misty with Oracle Evolution. Thank you for watching. If this video, please be sure to like, comment, share the video, subscribe if you liked it, if you loved it, and you know what, even if you did not. Thank you so much. I love you, and have a great day.